The Blue Jackets start with possession as we are now underway. Can't catch up to the pass. The Devils scoop it up along the boards. Can't get a hold of that pass. Levels them with the hit. Here's a chance, a 2-on-1. And that one's broken up. Great block there. Solid hit on the play, and that knocks the puck off his stick. New Jersey's looking to break out of their own end. Along the half wall with the puck. Here's a short pass to Palmieri. Columbus gets the puck near the boards. Solid hit on that play. Answered the call there. Play is blown dead. We've got a penalty on the way. The Blue Jackets have been handed 2 for interference.
You can slow a player down, but it can't be that obvious. He gets involved in his lane of skating, and interference will be the call.
New Jersey's man advantage unit will take to the ice for the first time tonight. The Devils take possession off the faceoff. Shuts them down.
Hasn't been many opportunities tonight on the power play, but here is one. We'll see if they can take advantage.
Lots of time left in this period. Still scoreless in this one. New Jersey's won the draw. Oh, gets a paddle on it. What a stop by Merzlikins. Denies him again.
Really sharp. Never loses sight of the puck to make the second save.
Gets it out of his own end. Scoops up the puck behind the net. Dishes it to Janssen. The Devils play it along the wing. Here he is in front. Stick save and a beaut by Merzlikins. Grabbed along the boards by Zajac. There's a whistle as the official's calling for a penalty here.
You react, you go to get the puck, and you stick your stick into the guy's feet. Down you go.
2 minutes off to the box. New Jersey's got a 5-on-3, and the clock's their BFF here.
The coaches were talking to the power play about don't be too cautious.
He scores!
Well, they've been hoping that the extra work they've done on the power play would help them capitalize. They do a nice job there.
The Devils certainly don't look like the road team tonight.
Well, they look comfortable no matter where they're playing. I mean, they're on the road, sure, but they came out and were really aggressive off the opening drop.
And that's picked off. Puck cleared from the defensive end. The Devils move to the offensive zone. Cutting to the front of the net. That's blocked. Trying to clear the zone. And he gets the job done. Big thumbs up clearing that one. Slides it up to Zajac. Receives the pass. And he makes the save.
Merzlikins hasn't had many bad nights. A winning record and an excellent save percentage so far.
From the place 99 made famous. Oh, going wide.
Just misses the net, but really the scoring chance is not dangerous if you can't get the puck at the goaltender.
The Devils have the shot advantage, and they also have the lead on the scoreboard. New Jersey's won the draw.
Important draw to win so you're not chasing around in your zone.
Quick pass to Vatanen. They've got numbers. It's a 2-on-1. Scores! It's in the back of the net.
They barely fished the puck out after the last one. 2 goals in 70 seconds.
Conversely, deflating for the other team.
Man, that is a kick in the shins right there. They just couldn't stop the bleeding.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. New Jersey's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. The Blue Jackets win the faceoff, and they fail to go tape to tape. Columbus has it against the half wall. Puts it up front. Denies him on the slapper. Goalie plays it up. Gets a hold of the puck from the right side. To his teammate. Goalie makes the save.
Somehow the shooter got loose in the slot, but the goaltender's equal to the task. That's a good save.
Along the right wing, they enter the attacking area. And that one's broken up. Delayed penalty coming up here by the official. Scooped up along the wall by Domi. Big hit along the boards.
He uses the boards in perfect form here. He closes off the gap and runs them in.
McLeod's going to serve a pair for interference.
About halfway through this play, you can see him, I'm in the wrong spot. He should have let him go. He didn't, and he gets called.
And he's going to pay for it now. Both teams lining up for the face-off, and it's a chance to see if there's actually some power in this power play.
It's a good opportunity to get your top-rated power play in the game. They haven't had a chance tonight, and they'd like to crack into this lead.
Steps inside. Here's a shot, and he comes up with it.
Merzlikins locked it down well in that last game where he had the shutout. Now he's trailing in this, and he'll want to do the same from this point forward. Butcher's name on this list is of no surprise. Always a very aggressive player.
Nearing the midway mark of the period. New Jersey's got some breathing room as they lead it 2-0. With the stop, the Blue Jackets look to start the transition game. And they'll be forced to regroup as the puck escapes the offensive end. Looks to pass it to Wood. Pokes the puck away. Pass across to Foligno. Handles the puck. Here he is in close. Big save. He'll keep it alive and moves it ahead. Pokes it away in his own end. Rocked him.
Yeah, sending a message early there, James. He gets the body contact.
Closes the gap along the wall. Here's a chance to get it out of their own end. It's still in the zone and taken by a teammate. Rocks him. The Blue Jackets gain possession along the wall. Oh, that hurt from here.
He didn't take anything out of that hit. He delivered it really as hard as he could.
Goodness. Moves into the slot. Blocked in traffic. Centering pass. Knocked away. Columbus on the attack. Oh, he caught him.
Did he ever? Head down, right into the train tracks.
Here they come. 3 of them. Stopped by the goaltender.
Sharp reaction save.
Moves it to Bjorkstrand. New Jersey's penalty is now expired.
Well, the only thing that happened on that power play was the clock rolled along. That's going to be a penalty. They're going to have to call that.
There's the whistle. Penalty coming up. Ray, it looks like tripping.
It's amazing how coaches get angry with a tripping penalty, but they don't seem to say much if it's a boarding penalty. It's still 2 minutes.
2 is 2, yeah. One just seems lazier, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want to hit anybody, and I take a tripping penalty.
Safety first. New Jersey's got it in the offensive zone. He was locked in there.
He was telling me this morning he worked on this in practice this week, making sure the puck goes to the corner and doesn't stay in the net.
And they'll dump it in. New Jersey's got the puck behind the net. The Devils looking against the half wall. Denies him with the blocker. What a stop by Merzlikins. Puck moved back to the neutral zone. Quick feed to Wood. Takes the feed. Nice zone entry from the right side. Sends it over. And a smart heads-up read to come up with the puck. And they manage to clear it. Gets the puck over to Hughes. With possession along the wall. Moves it quickly over to Wood. The Blue Jackets have possession shorthanded. Good clearing attempt to breathe. Wholesale changes made here as they reset on the power play. A chance! Gets in front of it. Angles it over to Palmieri. Wrist one in front. Great save from in tight.
But he came out and challenged him. Good save. Merzlikins holds his position, stays in front of the puck and makes the stop. That's a good scoring chance.
The Devils have been the better team in this first period. More scoring opportunities and as a result, more goals. And now it's grabbed by Bratt. Oh, what a blocker stop by Merzlikins. Manages to hang on. Moves up near the blue line and looks to set up at the point. Stopped by the goaltender.
Up, he flares up the arm with the blocker. Makes a pretty good save here.
James and Ray with you tonight. More than half the period has been played. The Devils are currently sitting in the driver's seat, leading 2-0. Puck picked up by Jones. Here's a chance to get it out of their own end. And still no luck at that one.
You can even see their body language, James, there. Shoulders kind of shrugged. They think it's... Oh, look at that. Here we go. We got a penalty coming up right here.
The official signaling for a penalty as play is called. Jenner's getting called for tripping.
Reaches in with his stick and gets nabbed for the trip.
The Devils send their man advantage unit out once more.
What a great opportunity to get a 5-on-3 power play. The only danger is you become passive looking for the perfect play and you don't shoot the puck enough.
A chance to get it out. Big win for the short-handed unit as they clear the puck from the zone.
Yeah, no one's going to keep it in the zone when it goes off the glass at that speed.
And a successful clearing attempt. Grabs the puck and moves on out here with this man advantage. pass to Vatanen. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. Taken along the wall by Subban. Carries the puck inside the neutral zone. And they'll get it out of the defensive end. Here's a short pass to Vatanen. Moves it over to Hughes. Moves the puck. Here's a chance right in the slot. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Settles things down and gets control of it once again. Puck moved back to center, forcing them to regroup. Columbus looks to attack. Quick pass across to Foligno. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. That pass goes a little sideways. And the always popular icing call made. And you know what that means, Ray?
Now, offensive zone faceoff, man. He missed the play going down the ice, and that's a gimme icing. Now they can't change. You've got tired guys on the ice.
The Devils have had multiple scoring opportunities here in this first and could easily have a much bigger lead. Bratt's got the puck in his own zone. Sends a pass over. And we've got a 2-on-1. Denied by Merzlikins. Referee signals penalty coming up here with a delayed call. Columbus with possession in their own zone. And there's the whistle. Let's get the call from the official here. And he's going off. Interference, the call, Ray.
Looks like a pretty easy call to make as he completely cuts off the lane for the player to skate through.
And on the heels of that call, we get ourselves a little 4-on-4 on the ice.
Sometimes you need grit, and you need grind, and you need toughness. Not in 4-on-4. You need skill. You need guys that can skate and who can move the puck.
The Blue Jackets' penalty has expired. They now go to work on the power play. Slides it across to Jenner. And now he angles it across to Domi. Flips it up the net. That goes off a twig. The Blue Jackets gain possession in their own end. Tries to feed it over to Domi. Fires it into the offensive zone. The Devils will try to shave a few seconds off this penalty now. And he slides it quickly to Vatanen. And sends it just out of reach. Moves it to Bjorkstrand. Moves it to Laine. Here's a chance, a 2-on-0. Scores! There's number 20 of the year.
Yeah, solid production. You get past the milestone of 20, and you know you've had a good year.
How many times did you hit that number?
You know, I don't know. 11, 12, 13, something like that.
Who's counting, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Nicely
a good
done.
number.
Puck scooped up by Janssen. Sends it across the ice. New Jersey's got a hold of the puck. Now he slides it up to Bratt. To the front. He scores in the back. Hang on, wait a second here, Ray.
Yeah, this is getting waved off on the ice. They'll have to take a look to see whether this is a distinct kicking motion or not. Bratt's arguing that this puck just hit his foot and went into the net. However, the call on the ice was a kicking motion. They'll have to take a look at it again.
Ray, goals are hard enough to come by. Do you not think these should count?
I think they all should count. If you don't throw it in the net, it should count. Well, the referee's not going to be very popular, is he? He reverses the call on the ice after talking to the league office. This goal will count.
Well, this play's still a buzz after that review as both teams make their way back to center ice. Taken by Kulikov. The Devils will play it in their own end. Uses the force on that hit. Right to the middle. Slides the puck down low. Picked up along the wall by Smith. Nearing the final 60 seconds here this first period. Quick pass over to Robinson. And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. The Blue Jackets look to break out before the period ends. He says, let's get physical on that play. Drills them. Can't connect. 20 minutes in the books and a pretty fun 20 minutes at that.
If you'd like to rub shoulders with some of our players, don't forget to go to our website and check out our next charity event.
Clean sheet of ice. Period 2 is set to go. Well, after an intriguing opening period, here we go. It's period number 2. Puck is dropped, and we are underway. Ray, what's your assessment of the game to this point?
Columbus prides themselves in being a possession team. Well, they haven't had it very much tonight. They trail on the scoreboard, and they're going to have to be much better.
Great pressure forcing the turnover. Columbus takes possession along the wall. Great pass from off the right side. And that one's blocked. New Jersey's got the puck inside the defensive zone. And play continues here. With authority. Along the boards, they battle for the puck. Columbus has it in the defensive end. Across the line and on the attack. And he takes a shot and makes the save.
Oh, good body contact. Let's look at it again. This becomes a dead end in a hurry. Watch how he lays the shoulder. Right there. That's a big hit.
Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. Crowd's been into this one right from the get-go. It's 3-1. Picked up along the boards by Bratt. Quick feed to Butcher. The Devils move it in. Here's the pass. With the stop. From behind the net. Here's a chance on the doorstep. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. New Jersey's got a hold of it against the wall. Sandwiched along the boards.
That is a perfectly delivered hit. Rammed him straight into the boards.
A little crashing and banging forces the turnover. Rocked him in the open ice. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And that one's turned away. Columbus has it near the wall. Moves it quickly over to Roslovic. Puck grabbed by Vatanen. Backtracks with possession back inside the defensive zone. And now he passes up to Wood. And the puck escapes the zone, and they'll be forced to tag up. Columbus has possession of it now. Gaining momentum in the offensive end. Lets it go. Brilliant save. Read it perfectly. Moves right to the middle. Big save by the goaltender once again.
Nice work in there. After the first stop, he's got to find the puck to save the second.
Here's a chance right out in front, and they can't connect. Columbus tries to break out from their own end. And now it's over to Molino. New Jersey's gained possession along the boards. Quick pass to Kukin. Across the line from center. Puts it to the front of the net. Right in the slot, and they can't connect. And a penalty coming up as the official blows the play dead. The Devils are getting 2 minutes for tripping.
You see he hangs his head and heads towards the penalty box. It's always a frustrating penalty to take.
The Blue Jackets once again send out their power play unit.
Once you get a power play goal early in a game, you start to feel pretty good about yourself.
Scores! And the power play strikes again.
James, they've been working on this in practice for the last little while. It's come through big for them tonight.
Past the halfway mark of this period, Columbus has really picked up the tempo over the last few minutes, but they still need another goal to tie. Tries to get it to Werenski. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Quick feed to Hughes. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end.
Columbus seems built to play these close games, James. Their stick positioning is so good that they deny every puck in the middle of the ice.
New Jersey's got it in their own zone. Unable to reach that one.
Oh, he laid a solid hit on him there. He was waiting for him and laid the shoulder right into him.
That might loosen a few of the choppers on that play. A spirited battle along the boards for the puck. And a bad pass, and they'll be forced to start all over again outside the offensive end. Moved up ahead after a nice pass from the right wing. Paddled away by Merzlikins.
Really good positioning as he makes the stop from in tight.
He almost lost it for a second there, but regains control of the puck. And that's just out of reach. Feeds it over to McLeod. Couldn't connect on that pass. Race for the puck here. Icing waved off on the play. Moves it to Zajac. Couldn't complete the play. And he slides it quickly to Robinson. Throws it in. New Jersey's got the puck along the boards. It's a 2-on-1. Slides it across. He scores!
Now they can go into this intermission, James. They got to feel great about themselves. They tallied so late in this period. Geez, I like this, James. When the puck's in their hands, they attack, and they attack in layers. The odd man rush is worked to perfection.
New Jersey's goal here late in the second has to take a ton of wind out of the sails from their opposition here.
I don't see how it couldn't. You're only one down, you feel pretty good about yourself. Now you're down 2. It's a pretty tough spot to be.
Still anyone's game, especially the way these two teams have been producing offensively as the second period comes to an end.
It's time to support those around us with our monthly food drive. Bring 3 non-perishable food items, and you can receive a free team poster.
The third period is just moments away, and both Ray and I will be ready to bring you all the action here on EA Sports. Minutes in the books. Big third period coming up for both teams, and we're ready to go. Barring extra time, the final frame of this one. Here we go. Third period is underway. Well, we've got 2 periods under our belts to this point so far. Ray, how do you see things?
The Blue Jackets are losing, and it's really no surprise. As hard as they've worked, they haven't had their hands on the puck very much, and as a result, no offense.
Still early on in this frame, James and Ray with you. So glad you could join us. It's a 2-goal lead here tonight. 4-2 is where we're sitting. Domi's won it in their own end. And now he moves it to Bjorkstrand. And that pass is stolen. Oh, he'll feel that one. Jostles for the puck, but still hangs on. The Devils scoop it up along the boards. Hughes carries the puck in his own zone.
Players tell us all the time that they don't know where the next milestone is. That's garbage. They know when they're 1 goal away from a plateau. I think he's looking for it here.
Another big hit.
Man, this guy has one color on his mind, and it's the other team's jersey.
He's got a step. Denies him on the breakaway.
Really good speed to get out in front, dust the pack. Now it's him and the goalie, but the goalie's better. He makes the stop.
Puck sent in deep, and they'll make a change. Find some space in the corner. Cutting to the slot. And that's blocked. New Jersey's got a hold of it along the wall. Fails to find the open man. Puck sent over to Savard. Looking to set up offensively. Pushes it across to Laine. Laying the body. And that's broken up with a stick in front. There's the whistle from the linesman calling an offside.
I loved making that save in road hockey, the old blocker stop.
Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. Lots of offense here tonight. 4-2 is where we're sitting. And now it's grabbed by Laine. The Blue Jackets take it along the wall. Handles the pass from the right wing. New Jersey's got the puck along the wall. Centering pass. Here's a short pass to Roslovic. Oh, my.
Some
breakaway. Easy pad save made by Dell. Battle along the boards. And some fancy footwork to kick it over to his teammate. Delayed penalty looming. Denies him with the save. There's the whistle, and here's the call. The Blue Jackets are going to be penalized for a boarding call here.
Just a little too rambunctious on the hit, James. He finished it too hard, and sometimes it's the noise that draws the penalty.
New Jersey's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
When you've already scored on the power play and you get one now, you can't wait to get over the boards to get started again.
Trying to get the puck out of his own end. Good use of the body on the play. Quick feed to Subban. Gains the zone from the right side. Hammers a shot. Can't get it to go. They clear the zone. From their own end, trying to kickstart this power play. Oh, boy. Here comes a 3-on-1. Oh, if there's going to be a regret in this one, that might be it.
Yeah, that play is right there to be had. They just missed the pass. The scoring chance goes away.
On the doorstep. Here's a shot. Comes up with the stop. Merzlikins reads the situation and says, I'm going to hang on here for a moment.
Yeah, you don't have much time to read it either, James. And so in a close game, you've got to be on top of things to make the right decisions.
Scoops up the puck off the draw. Not exactly how the coach drew that one up. We'll get a face-off. Montreal's in town next to provide the final game of this homestand.
Yeah, the tests don't get any easier. They play pretty well on the road most times, so it'll be a difficult game.
And the puck is moved to a safer spot on the ice. Subban's got it in the defensive end. And now he moves it quickly to Hughes. Look out, a 2-on-1. Denied by the goaltender. Merzlikins decides that it's time to breathe for a moment here.
For him or for his team, he's been busy tonight. And in a close game, you want to make sure that you're focused in on the next play.
New Jersey's attempt to put more pucks on net has paid off as they lead it in the third. Trying to get it out of danger, and they do just that.
I thought they did a pretty good job there, James. That's a time you can get yourself running around in the zone. They didn't get there.
Loses his balance on the play. Puck clears the zone. One last gas to make something happen on this power play. The Devils played along the boards. Great stick save by Merzlikins.
He's sharp on that one. Nowhere to go for the puck.
Past the midway mark of the frame, it's 4-2. Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. The Devils come up empty-handed on the power play. Both sides back to even strength.
Well, the penalty killers hang on. They give themselves a chance. There's not much time left, but they were able to stay in touch with the game with a good penalty kill.
Makes his presence known on the ice. Grabbed along the boards by Bratt. Now into the offensive zone from the right side. To the low slot. Columbus gets the puck near the boards. Rocks him on the play. Here he is from the slot. Big save by the goaltender watching that one.
Nice move by the goalie to get out close to the shooter.
And that one's broken up. Slides it over to Bjorkstrand. Rocked again.
James, down here, it's pretty easy to see that this guy is being targeted. He's got to notice here. He's been hit so many times tonight.
Stopped by the goaltender. Merzlikins decides to cover it up for the whistle.
I don't mind this. The game's tight, and you want to make sure that the decisions you make are the right ones. Too tough to make up a bad error now. The shooter really laid into his deke, but the goalie's like reading a children's book. He knew exactly where to be.
The Devils lead it late in this third period. Puck picked up by Subban. Blocker saved by Merzlikins. The Blue Jackets play it along the boards. Off the left wing and into center. And there's the whistle. Yet another penalty set to be handed out here. He's going off for tripping, and doesn't everybody... feel like they're innocent on a trip?
You feel like you're innocent on most every penalty, but this one always feels like, nah, did you really have to call it?
Roslovic's won the draw. From the point, looks to make something happen. Here he is, wristed on net, and that's another power play marker.
Well, the power play coach is going to be pumped here. They had done some extra work on the power play over the last 10 days or so, really paying off tonight.
Roslovic's won possession. Columbus moves ahead with the puck. The Blue Jackets gain possession along the wall. Moves it quickly over to Roslovic. Up along the wing. Here's a chance, a 2-on-1. From point blank, denies him in close.
In tight, he had to make an excellent save. Murray's pretty clearly got a short fuse. He's among the league leaders in penalty minutes again.
A big face-off here inside the offensive end. New Jersey's got it in the defensive zone. Under a minute to play in this dandy. Quick pass to Laine. Stopped by the goaltender. And another stop.
Stop one, stop two. The goalie makes a couple of excellent saves. Roslovic used all of his weight to lay this hit along the board. Really solid contact.
Here in the late goings of the period, the Blue Jackets have answered back in these last few minutes, but still need one more to even the score. Subban's lugging the puck. Hammers the shot, and that one's stopped. Merzlikins feels the need to hang on to the puck for a whistle.
Well, this game is starting to run itself down towards the end. A mistake now would be a dangerous one.
New Jersey's been the better team offensively tonight. A lot of scoring chances, and they lead it late in this third period. Way too much congestion blocks that. Wow! I don't think he saw that one.
I hope he didn't, because if he did, he should have gone somewhere else.
Scooped up along the wall by Laine. Jostles the puck loose. And it's a quick pass to Murray. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Moves the puck to Subban. Through center along the wing. Unloads a shot! There's the final horn sounding, putting this baby to rest. The Devils were in a tight one tonight, but they found a way to win. What'd you see from their effort?
Well, mostly that they had better legs. They had better legs because they had the puck more often. Way easier to be aggressive when you're always in possession of the puck.
And that'll do it for Ray Ferraro. I'm James Cybulski. Thank you.